About something else that's giant, humongous, fucking the beached whale, Boogie2988 again.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so last time we talked about him was the whole thing of him faking cancer. So we're not going on for 2 hours about it this time. I have to find them real quick. I'm gonna play the voice messages that I was sending you about it. I have to find when the fuck it was. I don't remember how
Let
long
me
ago it
pause the
was.
recording then while you find those, because it might take a while.
Yeah.
Devon found it.
Yeah, so this was on July 17th. So a bit of background before I play these voice messages. Basically, after the last time we talked about Boogie where he faked cancer, basically Keemstar fucking fired him. He did like a stream where he was like, "Oh, should I fire Boogie? I don't know if I can fire Boogie because of his mental illness and shit." And fucking so this is what I was telling Austin when I was watching the stream of Keemstar debating if he was going to fire Boogie for faking cancer. So, without further ado, pass Devon, take it away. This was it gets pretty insane, just so everybody's aware. So here we go.
And so I'm watching this fucking LolCow live stream, and Keemstar was like going on a whole rant about Boogie, and he was like, "Oh, fucking, I completely agree with what everybody says about how he lied about cancer, and it's so fucked up, and he's a fucked up person, and he should be kicked off the show." And Keem was like, I agree with everything you're saying, but then he was like, but you have to understand that Boogie has mental illness, and fucking, he was like, Boogie basically does this thing where he gets into like a panic mode, so he'll say and do anything he can to get out of a situation, and when he gets like that, he will say the dumbest things, he'll lie, and he'll manipulate. So he's like, I'm torn on whether I should fire Boogie or not, because on one hand, yeah, it's fucked up, he lied about cancer, but on the other hand, this is someone with a mental illness that can't help it, or whatever. And the whole chat was just saying, fuck you, Keem, just fire his ass, we don't care, fuck him. And Keem was like, no, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and shit. And then, like, Keemstar was getting, like, an attitude, and he's like, oh, for those people in the chat that are just saying that I'm milking this for all it's worth, he was like, you're damn right I am, because this is LolCow Live, and that's what we do, we milk these cows. And so then he was like, I'm going to bring Boogie on, and I'm going to let him explain the entire situation, and he said that he's going to be real and honest with everybody. And so he brought Boogie on, and at first it started off fine, and it seemed like Boogie was being truthful, because he was like, so 2 years ago, my doctor did a bunch of tests and said that I definitely have some form of polycythemia, but it could be the variant of Vera, which is cancer, or it could be the secondary variant, which is most likely what it is. And so he was like, so I didn't know if I had cancer or not, but they were treating me as if I had cancer. And then he was like, oh, I was supposed to get a bone marrow biopsy, but the reason I put it off for so long was because of the fact that, one, it's expensive, and two, I've had friends that have told me not to get a bone marrow biopsy because it's extremely painful and it sucks. And he started rambling on about, oh, I have friends that told me a bone marrow biopsy is not worth it, and oh, Boogie, don't get it, you don't want to get it, it's terrible. And started going off on a tangent, and Keemstar started yelling at him, and he was like, you always do this. You start saying, oh, my friends told me this and that, and then you start manipulating. And then fucking Boogie was trying to get, like, I don't know, because he started talking about how how he fucking, cause his background was different, and Keemstar was like, oh, why is your background different? And Boogie was like, oh, well, that's because I saw all this Boogie2988 stuff on my wall and in my background, and I just couldn't stand to look at it anymore, and it made me sick and whatever. So he was like, oh, I took it down because I couldn't look at it anymore, and I took down all my stuff, and I'm starting to sell my stuff. And then Boogie was like, oh, and also I'm going to be donating $1,000 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital or whatever, and fucking was trying to like garner sympathy from that. And then he was like admitting that he sympathy farms or whatever, and then of course he fucking got into his lies and started lying again, because, and Keemstar fucking called him out on it. I've had the stream paused right now, but so Boogie started talking about how he's never asked anyone for money to help him with his cancer, and he's never made money faking cancer or whatever. And Keemstar immediately called on. He was like, Boogie, don't even sit there and try to say that, because you literally fucking have, and you literally admitted to it. So don't sit there and try to fucking start lying and fucking manipulating, because no one's gonna buy it and nobody's gonna fucking believe you. And then Keemstar started going off, and he was like, when you, it's shit like this that makes me want to kick you the fuck off the podcast, because you do this every single time. And then he was like, you want to come on here and say you're going to be real and you're going to be genuine, and then you start lying and manipulating already. And Boogie was just like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And it's just, I'm going to keep watching more of it, but it's just,
So what do you think so far, Austin?
Just depression, dude. Depression. That's all Boogie is, dude. He's so depressing.
It got far, far worse as it went on, as past Devon will tell you right now.
okay, so I don't know exactly what the fuck to think, Austin, because basically Boogie was just kind of trying to explain things, and Keemstar was just getting mad at him because he was lying. And then Keemstar basically said that he came to his decision, and he said that Boogie was fired from LolCow Live, and he said, I made my decision, and Boogie was like, okay, let me hear it. And he said, you're fired, you have to be fired, you're gonna have to get the fuck out of here, we can't have you on here because of this shit, it's so fucking bad, is what Keemstar said, right? But
There's always a but with Keemstar.
it's gonna make you mad. He's not exactly fired. Even though Keemstar said that Boogie was fired, and he said that Boogie's gonna be gone from LolCow Live for a while. So there's that. But he said that he's gonna give Boogie a chance to come back, apparently. And he said the only way that is going to happen is if Boogie changes into a completely different person, and if he stops drinking Mountain Dew and actually loses weight and all of this stuff. And if Boogie is willing to make those changes to better himself, then Keem is willing to give him a chance to come back. But as of right now, Boogie is fired from LolCow Live.
What the fuck? Why did it, like, stop the voice
And
message?
he said that Boogie's gonna have to go through hell to get back on the show if he really wants to be on it that bad. And then Boogie was like, oh, this show has done so much for me, and this show has made me a better person, and all this shit. And Keem was like, yeah, a better person, and you lied about cancer. And fucking, so it's just continual fucking lies. And then Boogie was like, oh, I understand that I'm fired, and I understand that, the position I'm putting you in, because Keem was like going off, and he was like, oh, do you have any idea how much shit I'm getting for this? Of like, oh, why are you supporting someone that faked cancer, and he's like, oh, I've had popular YouTubers reach out to me that have either had cancer or had family members die from cancer, and they're like, Keem, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you supporting that shit? And he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to tell these people, Boogie? Do you know how it makes me look? And Boogie was like, oh, I understand. And then Boogie started, like, laughing. He was like, oh, but I don't understand why you would be getting so much shit for it, because I was the one that lied about it. And Keemstar was like, that's not the point. The point is that I'm trying to be 50-50 with this because it's such a gray area. And he's like, on one hand, I want to say, fuck you, you're fired, you're gone, I'm done with you. But on the other hand, I know you have mental illness, and there's some things that you just can't help. And he was like, I don't know what to do. And then fucking, he was asking the chat, like, what punishments Boogie should have to do for this. And fucking, he was saying, shit, I dropped my phone. But he was saying, he's like, one thing that really bothered me about Wing's old podcast is they never gave him the chance to come back. And he was like, granted, Wings never lied about fucking cancer, but still, like, I think everybody should get a second chance, but this is way more fucked. And Keem just kept saying, oh, I'm conflicted, I don't know what to do. And fucking, then, like, he was trying to talk, and Keem was like, oh, like, I'm so pissed right now that I'm having a hard time even talking, and I really don't know what to do. Yeah, and so I watched more of this fucking stream, so now they have fucking Mudahar and Destiny on.
Damn it.
And Destiny's...
Jeez.
Yeah, so at that point, like, after he had said Boogie was fired and shit, for some reason, Keemstar just really wanted to bring Destiny on.
Fucking hate Keemstar sometimes, dude. Like, why has he done this?
And then also, he for, like, no reason, brought in Mudahar as well, as you'll hear here.
Pretty much destroying him again, and because Boogie is fucking saying all this stuff about how his doctor is treating him for cancer, but it's not confirmed that he has it. But they're treating him as if he does have it. And he's saying all this shit, and then Destiny came in and pretty much said, well, the first thing he said was, well, everything Boogie said was a complete fucking lie. And Destiny talked about, like, how his girlfriend had cancer or whatever, and how they treat cancer. And he was like, your doctor wouldn't treat you like you had cancer if you didn't have it. And he was like, that's just fucking stupid. No doctor would tell you that. And Boogie was like, oh, well, my doctor told me that. And and Boogie just kept trying to lie and manipulate, and fucking Destiny kept calling him out, and he was like, oh, you're doing these manipulation tactics again, you're lying again. And then they brought Mudahar in, and Keemstar was like saying, oh, Muda, what do you think Boogie should do from here, because this is so fucked. And Muda was like, well, honestly, I think he needs to give a financial apology and give back all the money that he was given from the crypto scam to his audience. And then Boogie started saying, oh, I can't, the money's already spent. And it's just like the same things over and over. Boogie's trying to, like, explain his cancer, and then fucking Destiny's like, nope, that's a fucking lie, that's a lie, you're manipulating. And Keemstar is saying he's manipulating, Mudahar is saying he's lying and manipulating, and then Boogie started saying some bullshit about, oh, well, I donated $1,000 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for cancer research. And then he was like, oh, and Destiny, can you verify me on this, that they give 100% of the money to the children? And Destiny is like, why the fuck would I verify for that? Or why would I verify that for you? And Boogie was like, well, I just want to make sure that I don't accidentally lie again, because I always accidentally lie. And then Mudahar and fucking, well, everybody got mad, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about accidentally fucking lying? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And fucking Destiny was like, so fucking Destiny was like, oh, like, when you literally said that you had the cancer diagnosis on your portal that was in your hand and it wasn't there, and he was calling him out on all these other lies. He was like, so what the fuck are you talking about accidentally lying? You're intentionally lying. You intentionally lied about all of this, and now you're trying to say that you accidentally lied. Where does the fucking lies and manipulation stop? And then Keemstar was like, oh, Boogie, you just want to be the victim so bad. And it's shit like this that is why I'm firing you, why I can't do this no more. And Boogie's just like, oh, it's not a lie. It's not a lie. I'm not lying. I just want to make sure and be very careful that I don't get anything wrong is all I'm trying to say. And it's just a whole argument, and Boogie's lying and manipulating, and fucking Keemstar and Muda and Destiny are all fucking calling him out for his bullshit. And he's just continuing and continuing to fucking lie. And he's trying to say that he's being honest and genuine and real, as he put it. And literally, every time he says something, Destiny and Mutahar are just like, I mean, that's a complete fucking lie. And they contradict everything he tries to say. And so it's getting to the point where Boogie has, like, no fucking defense again. Bro, this dude is still, like, he's a lost cause, because they literally just caught him in another lie, because Destiny was like, did your doctor say the words cancer to you? And Boogie said no, he never said that I have cancer. He said that I have polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, which caused a shitstorm, and now fucking Destiny, Mutahar, and Keemstar are all screaming at Boogie, fucking saying, bro, why the fuck did you fucking lie? And Keemstar was like, you sat there and said you were being honest and saying that your doctor told you that you have fucking cancer, and now you're saying that your doctor never even said the words cancer. And Boogie was like, oh no, I said that he said I have polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer. And Keemstar was like, no, you literally put out a fucking, when you fucking came clean and admitted to everything, and in your fucking apology, you said, my doctor told me that I have cancer. He's like, so what the fuck are you talking about? You can't even be honest on a stream where I told you all you have to do is just be fucking honest. And Boogie just kept going, bro. So they keep calling him out on lies, and now Boogie's fucking screaming, and he's fucking throwing a fit, and fucking they're literally saying, oh, you haven't confirmed this, you haven't confirmed that, and Boogie is like screaming, he's like, oh, let me fucking finish, and he's fucking getting pissed, and they just keep catching him in more fucking lies. And then he started doing the woe is me, and he started, like, screaming at Destiny and Muda and Kimi. He was like, oh, do you not realize how many health problems I have? Do you not realize that I'm dying and I'm sick and all this shit? And he's just, like, red in the face, like, screaming. Alright, Austin. So now...
So, there's still a bunch more voice messages, but yeah, it was literally like Boogie was just lying and lying and lying, and then they would like immediately catch him in lies, and he would like say more lies to try to cover up the other lies, and it was just like this never ending like rabbit hole of lies, and they just kept calling him out on it, and Boogie just kept getting more and more frustrated, and that's why he started getting angry, because there's just nothing else that he could do. So he just got angry because he had no other fucking argument. So
Jesus Christ.
This has turned into a whole screaming match, because now fucking Boogie is just lying, saying that the cancer is gonna kill him, and fucking Muda and Destiny and Keemstar, like, it's literally not. It has the slimmest chance of killing you, and even if it does, it's gonna take 20 years, and Boogie's like, but my health problems, and I'm sick, and I'm obese, and I have an enlarged heart, and my hands and feet are starting to swell, and all this shit, and they're just like, dude, it's just bullshit, like, just fucking tell the truth. And he's like, oh, I'm telling the truth until the day I die. And then fucking they started getting in an argument because Keemstar is getting fed up with this fucking shit. And Keemstar told him, he's like, Boogie, I already fucking fired your ass, but I'm gonna tell you, man to man, by the way, I just got in my car, but fucking, he's like, I'm gonna tell you, man to man, that the only way that you're ever gonna be able to settle any of this and be done with it is if you just show your fucking medical records. And Boogie's like, no, it's never gonna happen, it's never gonna happen, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you all, fuck you all. And he's...
That's what he fucking sounded like.
It's the same thing that happened before, and Keem was like, well, I don't know what else to tell you because I already fucking fired you. So, fucking, it's just the same thing. He's like, oh, well, no one's going to see my medical records until the day I die. And it's just the same shit over and over. Fucking Destiny, Muda, and Keem all keep exposing him for lying and manipulating, and he just keeps doing it, and keeps doing it, and keeps doing it, and keeps doing it. And Keemstar is just getting fucking tired of it. So, I don't know. A fucking Boogie is like screaming more because Keemstar was like, bro, just fucking show your medical records. And Boogie was like, no. And then he was like, oh, the day that I show my medical records is the day that Mudahar posts all his medical records, and the day that Destiny posts all his medical records. And that's never going to happen. And then literally, both Mudahar and fucking Destiny were like, I'll post my medical records right now. I'll post it to Twitter right now. And Boogie was like, he was like, what do you mean? And Destiny was like, I just got my fucking some test the other day, and he was like, I'll post it right now. And Boogie was like, no, I'm talking about all of it. And they're like, no, we're not talking about all of it. And he's like, oh, Keemstar said medical records. And Keemstar was like, yeah, I said medical records, but what I meant is your polycythemia vera diagnosis. Like, come on. Everybody fucking knows that, you fucking idiot. And fucking then goddamn Destiny was like, oh, can I point out Boogie just told another lie? And Boogie was like, what do you mean I told another lie? What are you talking about? And fucking, bro, oh my fucking god.
You can see how fed up you were.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm fucking dying because fucking Destiny was like, he was like, oh, let me tell you what fucking lies you told, motherfucker. And he was like, first of all, you said I have on a piece of paper right here, it says polycythemia vera, and then you admitted that it was never there, so that was number one. And then he was like, number two, you brought your girlfriend on stream, and he was like, I think it's your girlfriend, whatever, or it's probably the fucking child that you abducted. And fucking Boogie got so mad, and he was like, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you. Oh my fucking god, and fucking Muda started dying, bro, oh my fucking god. Oh my god, now they're all screaming again because fucking Boogie was like, he was like, oh, fuck you, Destiny, if you ever call my girlfriend a child ever again. And then Muda started talking about how at the party, Boogie's girlfriend was like blackout drunk because Boogie was like forcing her to take shots.
Yeah, so about that, I don't know if you knew this, but Wings of Redemption put out a video talking about it. It's like 8 minutes long or whatever. And motherfucker like told this whole story about apparently at that party for like Keemstar's fucking whatever the fuck it was, wedding or whatever the fuck it is.
I thought it was the 4th.
Oh yeah, the 4th, whatever the fuck it was. Like apparently like Boogie's girlfriend, Keemstar's girlfriend, and like some other girls that were there all like went off on Keemstar's property, and when they came back, fucking Desi was like blackout drunk to where she couldn't even like walk, or she like could barely stand up, and apparently she had downed like so much alcohol and like marijuana and, as Wings put it, other substances and basically they were worried that they had to take her to the hospital, and so fucking Wings and his fucking wife had to sit there and make sure that fucking Desi was okay, and Boogie just fucking sat there and was like laughing about it, and Boogie just like didn't know what to fucking do in the situation, and Wings said he was fucking pissed because he was like, Boogie doesn't know how to fucking handle situations like this when it's his fucking girlfriend. And like Wings was talking about, like, he was like, oh, this is why I didn't want to fucking drink and shit, because I didn't want to have to deal with shit like this or whatever. And like basically they had to get somebody who was at the party that was like a nurse or whatever, and she had to like take care of Desi for a while, and apparently she had like drank so much that she almost got like alcohol poisoning and
Oh my
shit.
god.
And yeah, so if you want to see that video, it's on Wings of Redemption's channel. So
I get Wings of Redemption PNG.
so but yeah, so we continue here.
And fucking Boogie was like, no, that didn't happen. She wasn't drunk. And Muda was like, dude, she was blackout drunk. And then Boogie was like, oh, well, Muda's an asshole because
Why the fuck did it pause?
he wanted to meet him, but he just ignored her and acted like she didn't exist. And Muda was like, bro, she was so blackout drunk that she fucking didn't fucking want to meet anybody. And then they fucking started arguing because fucking Boogie was like, oh, you know what else she remembers? My doctor saying I have cancer. And fucking then Destiny started fucking screaming and was like, wait,
Why the fuck does it keep pausing?
you just lied again. And Boogie was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm
Jesus
fucking lying. You started saying I have cancer. And fucking then Destiny started fucking screaming and was like, wait, you just lied again. And Boogie was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm fucking lying. You started screaming. And Destiny was like, you literally said earlier that your doctor never said the words cancer to you. And fucking Boogie was like, he was like, I'm talking about my secondary doctor. And fucking, then fucking Destiny, fucking Keemstar was like, oh, it's just more manipulation, Boogie, just stop it. Just shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear this. And Boogie was like, no, you're gonna let me finish. You're gonna let me talk. And he started fucking screaming, bro. And they're having a whole fucking screaming match where they're just calling out Boogie on so many fucking lies. And he's just sitting there lying more and getting angry and fucking screaming like a child, bro. It's fucking, like, Jesus Christ. Oh my fucking god. I don't know why Keemstar is fucking talking about how he fucking eventually would like to give Boogie another chance, but Boogie has to change. He's not gonna fucking change. He's not gonna fucking change, bro. He's fucking acting like this again. He's literally lying and manipulating again. Right in front of you. To Destiny and Mudahar and to you. Like, he's not going to change. And the Keemstar is just like, fucking, he's just like acting like he's fed up and he can't do this no more. And he just keeps saying, Boogie, you're lying and manipulating and fucking this and that. And it's just like, dude, like, you fired him, good. Don't fucking let him come back then, if he's fucking acting like this. And then Keemstar is just like, oh, well, fucking, I want him to, like, prove himself that he can come back because I fired him, but at the same time, I don't want to because of his mental illness. And I'm like, bro, he's literally lying and lying and lying, and Destiny and Muda are calling it out. You're calling it out. You are saying, Boogie, you're lying, you're manipulating. What more proof do you fucking need that this guy should not fucking come back, Keemstar? Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. We're gonna talk more about Keemstar, don't you worry.
No, don't you worry. It doesn't end, bro. I'm getting all these fucking PNGs, dude. Fucking right now. And most of them don't fucking goddamn have PNGs, so I'm having to cut them all fucking out. It's pissing me off. As I'm hearing fucking about Boogie and Keemstar. Oh my god, it's pissing me off.
Bro, the extent that this man is going to, he's like, Destiny
So we're getting into the part of this LolCow live stream where it started getting bad, like extremely fucking bad.
He is fucking saying, so what is the exact moment that your doctor told you have cancer? And Boogie was like, oh, well, you mean when I thought I had cancer? And he's like, no, when's the exact moment that your doctor said, Boogie, you have cancer? And Boogie was like, oh, he didn't say that. And Destiny was like, so wait, why did you have to Google what polycythemia vera was instead of asking your fucking doctor? And Boogie was like, oh, well, I did ask him. And fucking Destiny was like, okay, well, what did your doctor say? And Boogie was like, oh, I don't remember. And then fucking, oh my god. And then this man said, oh, this is gonna sound rude, but my doctor didn't speak very good English, so I don't think I understood.
Oh.
What the fuck? So he's saying that he didn't hear his doctor say he had cancer because his doctor didn't speak very good fucking English. What?
I think I think you need to play back that bro that you fucking hit. Jesus Christ.
And then fucking, oh my god. And then this man said, oh, this is gonna sound rude, but my doctor didn't speak very good English, so I don't think I understood. Bro! What the fuck?
I was so baffled at the extent that he was going to lying,
He
bro.
had cancer because his doctor didn't speak very good fucking English. What? What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Everybody in the fucking live chat is just going, bruh, what the fuck, Boogie? Oh my god, the fucking extent that this man is going to. Bro. My fucking god, dude. Destiny was like, wait, so you can't understand your doctor because his English is so bad, but you understand him saying polycythemia vera, so you could Google it. And Destiny was like, what? And Boogie was like, hold on, and trying to make a fucking excuse, bro. Fucking, oh my god. And Mudahar is just dying fucking laughing. And Keemstar just looks so fucking disheveled. Like, he looks like he just fucking has, like, the biggest fucking headache right now. What the fuck? Like, why did Keemstar think that this was a good idea to bring Boogie on to be quote-unquote honest and real with everybody? What the fuck? So, fucking, Boogie was talking about how he's, like, has so many health problems and he's so sick. And then Keemstar was like, Boogie, just be honest. Are you one of these weirdos that goes to the fucking doctors all the time and just thinks that fucking you're sick and so you just try to get diagnosed with everything even though you don't really have it? And Boogie was like, no. For one, that's a hypochondriac. And I'm not that. And two, I am very ill because I'm 400 pounds and I'm 50 years old. And then fucking Keemstar was like, yeah, but I find it...
Bro, why does it keep pausing?
...everything even though you don't really have it. And Boogie was like, no. For one, that's a hypochondriac. And I'm not that. And two, I am very ill because I'm 400 pounds and I'm 50 years old. And then fucking Keemstar was like, yeah, but I find it weird how you were extremely suicidal, but you still went to doctor's appointments. And he was like, that doesn't make sense to me. That's weird. And then Boogie started giving this, like, impassionate fucking speech about suicide. And as soon as he was done, Destiny was like, Boogie, can you please just stop giving these cringe, impassionate speeches? No one fucking cares. And I started cracking up. And Destiny was like, you're just lying. Everything you're saying is lies. And he was like, how the fuck am I fucking lying? Bro, oh my fucking god.
Like, legit, Boogie sat there, I'm not even kidding, for like 5-10 minutes, just going on this impassionate speech about, like, suicide, and, like, he was saying, like, oh, you know, if you're ever feeling, like, suicidal. You need to get help and all this shit. And he was like, oh, I know what it's like to be suicidal and feel all this pain. Just like trying to give this like passionate speech about suicide. And then Destiny's just like, shut the fuck up and stop giving speeches. Nobody fucking cares. And Boogie gets so mad.
This dude is such a fucking embarrassment. So, Destiny told Boogie to shut the fuck up because Boogie loves himself too much to ever try to hurt himself. So all that stuff about him being suicidal was bullshit. And he said that fucking Boogie's way too much of a narcissist to actually want to fucking commit suicide. And he said, Boogie, you would rather watch the world burn to ashes around you than to ever hurt yourself or do any self-harm. This man got up out of his chair and started screaming, oh, you want to see self-harm, huh? No self-harm? No self-harm? He got fucking naked again! He got naked again! Dude, what the fuck? He fucking took his clothes off and was like, oh, what do you mean no self-harm? No self-harm, huh? No self-harm, bro. This with everything, even though you don't really have it. And Boogie was like, no, for one, that's a hypochondriac, and I'm not that. And two, I am very ill because I'm 400 pounds and I'm 50 years old. And then fucking Keemstar was like, yeah, but I find it...
Bro, why does it keep pausing?
Everything, even though you don't really have it. And Boogie was like, no, for one, that's a hypochondriac, and I'm not that. And two, I am very ill because I'm 400 pounds and I'm 50 years old. And then fucking Keemstar was like, yeah, but I find it weird how you were extremely suicidal, but you still went to doctor's appointments. And he was like, that doesn't make sense to me. That's weird. And then Boogie started giving this, like, impassionate fucking speech about suicide. And as soon as he was done, Destiny was like, Boogie, can you please just stop giving these cringe, impassionate speeches? No one fucking cares. And I started cracking up. And Destiny was like, you're just lying. Everything you're saying is lies. And he was like, how the fuck am I fucking lying? Bro, oh my fucking god.
Like, legit, Boogie sat there, I'm not even kidding, for like 5-10 minutes, just going on this impassionate speech about, like, suicide, and, like, he was saying, like, oh, you know, if you're ever feeling, like, suicidal, you need to get help, and all this shit. And he was like, oh, I know what it's like to be suicidal and feel all this pain. Just like trying to give this like passionate speech about suicide. And then Destiny's just like, shut the fuck up and stop giving speeches. Nobody fucking cares. And Boogie gets so mad.
This dude is such a fucking embarrassment. So, Destiny told Boogie to shut the fuck up because Boogie loves himself too much to ever try to hurt himself. So all that stuff about him being suicidal was bullshit. And he said that fucking Boogie's way too much of a narcissist to actually want to fucking commit suicide. And he said, Boogie, you would rather watch the world burn to ashes around you than to ever hurt yourself or do any self-harm. This man got up out of his chair and started screaming, oh, you want to see self-harm, huh? No self-harm? No self-harm? He got fucking naked again! He got naked again! Dude, what the fuck? He fucking took his clothes off and was like, oh, what do you mean no self-harm? No self-harm, huh? No self-harm, bro. Boogie got mad and he was like, oh, eating yourself to death is self-harm, dipshit. That's why me and all the other 400-pound people do it, you fucking dipshit. And he started getting mad, and fucking Destiny was like, to be honest, I think you just do it because the food tastes really good. And Boogie was oh, I love Destiny, man. He's fucking killing me.
So now we're getting into the part where it was getting so bad that Keemstar had to actually physically end the stream. So here we go.
Bro, I can't fucking even right now. This man continues to sink lower and lower because fucking they were arguing about Boogie fucking drinking Mountain Dew, and Boogie was like, oh, because it's self-harm, because I want to destroy my body and shit. And then Destiny said, well, you'd save a lot more time if you just had a razor blade. And then Boogie's like, oh, so you're telling everybody who's suicidal to go get a razor blade and cut themselves? And then fucking he was like, no, I'm just saying it would save you a lot more money if you did it. And fucking, so Boogie was like, oh, okay, give me 30 seconds, and he fucking left. And now he's like threatening to fucking commit suicide on stream with a razor blade. I'm not even fucking joking. And Keemstar is like, Boogie better not be fucking with me because, like, this is some serious fucking shit. What the actual fuck, dude?
Yeah, he got up, went to his kitchen, and he got a fucking knife, and he started, like, putting it up to, like, his wrists and stuff, and saying he was gonna, like, fucking kill himself. Yeah.
Okay, Austin, so Boogie came back, and he had a fucking sharp-ass fucking knife, and he was fucking saying that he was gonna fucking start cutting himself, and fucking Destiny and Mudahar were saying that he's not actually gonna do it, and fucking Keemstar was like, Boogie, you better put away that fucking knife right now, I'm fucking being serious, and Boogie was like, no, I don't give a fuck anymore, I'm gonna fucking start cutting myself. And then fucking Keemstar fucking was like, nope, I'm not fucking doing this, nope, absolutely fucking not. And he fucking kicked everybody out of the Discord call, and now he's just in the stream by himself, and he's like, unfucking believable, I'm not fucking dealing with that shit. And fucking, he's like, I don't even know what the fuck to say right now, but I am not dealing with that fucking shit. That's what Keemstar just said, bro. Like, holy fuck, dude. What the fuck? Okay, Austin. So the stream fucking ended because Keem basically said that he's not gonna put up with shit like that, and that, like, that the streams are supposed to be haha, look at Boogie go nuts or whatever for entertainment, but he was like, I'm really not about to put up with that because that shit is really not fucking cool. And fucking, he was like, so, in conclusion, Boogie is fired from LolCow Live, and he's no longer going to be a host on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, it was so bad. But yeah, Keemstar was saying,
This is the last voice message.
and that this was like really bad, and he was like, the whole reason I did the stream was just because I wanted Boogie to give Boogie a chance to just come clean and be honest and explain himself, and he couldn't even do that. And fucking, so he was like, alright guys, I'm ending the stream because I need to make some phone calls to make sure everybody's okay or whatever. And then he just ended the stream. So yeah, another crazy fucking Boogie situation. So there's that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was my experience of watching that LolCow live stream. Another disaster.
Now, I will say, fucking, if you're curious, guys, all that he said, oh, is Boogie fired, whatever, all that shit. Cap.
Yep.
Fucking cap, bro. He's not fired. No. They fired Tommy C because Tommy C wouldn't fucking sign an NDA.
Mm-hmm.
So Keem fired Tommy C.
Yep, and Boogie came back on the very next episode.
Yeah.
and he made Boogie get a tattoo of the word liar on his fucking face.
In
So
Comic
there's that.
Sans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pitiful. Pitiful. And now they're trying to look for a new fucking host, apparently. And fucking, I saw yesterday they were trying to get Onision on the podcast. I was like, why?
Oh, God.
And they're like, oh, we're gonna postpone this Onision stream. And I was like, okay, why the fuck if you're trying to get Onision on the podcast, why are you trying to postpone his appearance? And
Isn't
they put on.
Onision dead? Didn't he fucking change all his social media to say fucking Onision is dead?
Oh yeah, he faked his death. Remember? I mean, I don't know, man, bro. I don't know. Just so you know, this
What was the NDA for that Tommy C like refused to
fucking
sign?
finances. Tommy C don't say shit about finances, but because Keemstar talked about the finances of the podcast, he blamed it all on Tommy C and said, "Oh, well, Tommy, you talked about all the finances," and Tommy's like, "I didn't say shit about the fucking finances. You did, dumbass." So he got fired.
Jesus Christ. I seen like Tommy C was tweeting about it on Twitter because I follow him, and fucking like Keemstar got like a shitload of fucking backlash from it, to where Keemstar had to put out a tweet, and he was like, fine, I'll fucking pay Tommy the $6,000 that I owe him.
Yeah,
or
because he didn't want to
whatever.
fucking pay him.
Yeah. So now, LolCow Live is Keemstar, Boogie, and Wings, and that's it. And Boogie is still a host on there. He never truthfully got fired. And Keemstar... Oh yeah, fucking... There was a couple embarrassing clips. I wish I had them on hand. But there was one where he was making Boogie read fucking fan donations that were like shitting on him. And Boogie started crying, and he started begging Keemstar to not make him do that, and he was like, he was like, Dan, please, I told you, Dan, I don't want to do this, Dan, please, I'm begging you, Dan, don't make me do this, and he was like crying.
I just,
and then, huh?
I just hope you know, like, I've gotten most of these PNGs. It might be a contender for one of the most cursed thumbnails I've ever like seen.
And we're not even like done either.
No, I got all like I got most of all of them of what we needed, but I might have to get more.
So did you see that one clip of Boogie from one of the recent episodes where it was like him, Keemstar, and Wings, and Boogie just like started freaking out, and he was like, I'm in tremendous pain, help me, help me, help me.
Bro, let me try to find the one on Twitter. There's one that has been memed around. Fucking.
It might be that one because he's like he said I want to die, I don't want to be alive anymore, I'm in tremendous pain, help me, help me, help me. It's so fucking bad.
Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. I'm going on Twitter to see if it works.
Like, it's just, we've been talking about all this Boogie stuff, and it's not even worth it to really talk about anymore, because he's never going to change. Keemstar is never going to kick him off the podcast, because it's too much good drama for him to use to get views.
I found it. It's got green screen. It's green screen too. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a different fucking deal. Oh god, hang on.
So I'm in tremendous pain, help me, help me, help me.
I know it's...
Over and over again, I hate being alive, I hate being alive, I hate breathing, I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous
This is like a vacated version or like a fucking distorted one.
I'm in so much pain, I'm in so much pain.
Is this one?
I hate being alive. alive.
Here's the actual one. Okay, here we go.
I hate being alive. I hate being alive. I hate breathing. I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain. Help me, help me, help me. And I hate...
It's so bad.
Oh, it's so cursed, dude.
And it's just funny too because if you just look at like Keemstar and Wings' reactions, like they just don't care. Especially Wings, like he just like every time, I swear to God, every time I see Wings on LolCow Live now, whenever Boogie's just like freaking the fuck out or there's any arguments, Wings just he looks so disinterested, like he just does not care. Like at all. Like and fucking on Charlie's podcast they reacted to the episode where they caught Boogie faking cancer or whatever, and they were talking about like if you look at Wings throughout the stream, like Wings is just doing the most random shit, like he's just getting up and like stretching and shit, and like while like everybody's like screaming at each other and Boogie's freaking out, Wings is just like dancing and shit because he just doesn't give a fuck about the whole situation. But yeah, that's the Boogie update. Is there going to be any more updates? I don't even know at this point because they've done so many streams since then, and it's just the same thing. Boogie just lying or whatever. I seen apparently they had like a stream where Keemstar was like, "Oh, fucking, we're bringing somebody else on the podcast that faked cancer, and we're gonna confront them." And I was like, why, though? Like, this man is desperate, bro. He's desperate for drama. Like, oh my god. But, yeah, fucking, there was the Boogie fucking segment, so, fuck you, Boogie. At least it didn't go 2 hours this time. It went like 30 minutes.
Nah, it went like 45, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's better than 2 hours. The past couple episodes, every segment was 2 hours. I think one of them was like 2 hours and 10 minutes.